Welcome to B.R. Ambedkar Open University. Today we will be discussing about library networks, international and national. Actually, library network is a group of libraries coming together with an understanding to help the pattern needs. A library network means that a group of library coming together at different locations and they are connected with communication and computer technology with an understanding to satisfy the information needs of the clientele. The networks are immediate, they are disseminating knowledge for fostering connections between information hubs. These networks facilitate cooperative sharing and encourage the innovation activities. Library networks represent the human's knowledge at the end. So, for library networks, we need to first let us note the components what we need. So, basic network components are computer client, end user device, server provides services and resources, switch connects devices to the local area network, router connects different networks to the LAN to internet, modem it connects to internet service provider, access points is enables wireless connectivity, cables is physical connections, wireless signals is radio based connections. So, this is how the network works. Online offline blending. Accessibility is online library is 24/7, it is open. All the resources are millions of resources and online databases are there from the internet. So, offline resources are this, the offline library meets only the physical resources, needs of the community. Service of selection of resources, they are vast and diverse. Online library has millions of articles from millions of databases and publishers, whereas curated collection, physical libraries only prioritize community needs and only some popular books for that community. User acquisitions of they attract more users by digital marketing, online library, and also they enhance the visibility and broaden audience outreach, whereas physical libraries attract new users in that area of location and through their community outreach programs. Physical resources are minimum in online libraries, physicals are minimum because they provide global accessibility through online resources. Physical library or offline library is still located physically only, so it will only satisfy the needs of that community and they remain always their users because they are physically located, they need those books. Basic structure of network. This is a quickly we will see just network, just see national resource network, then we see state public library, then here metropolitan, then structural library, other libraries network, national library. This is how the sharing of networks takes place. Before that, let us see library management system, how the networks works in the library management. Library management is an integrated software which includes acquisition, cataloging, circulation and serial control. Now, this database has mainly to and fro arrows. That means that library management system is, it contains students database and also books database. It correlates both, like whenever the issue transaction takes place, the books will be recalled from the central database and issuing will be done. The students will put a request to the library regarding some article they need from other library, then the library will get it for them. The staff who is working there, they will report, they will bring about some reports to the management about the students transactions, all the suppliers transaction and all. It will be helpful to produce reports for to supply to the management. So, they are all integrated, all these work together. This is how the library networks works in library management system. Typical campus area network is academic building is there, then mainly server is connected to that. With that server, there is a switch which connects to the Wi-Fi technology. Then another, there is a router from local area network, it will Ethernet to internet it will connect. Then many buildings are connected to that, hostels, science buildings, arts building, everything. The firewall protects the unauthorized information to get inside that, and it also doesn't let information to go out without authorized information. Authorized person need to handle it. So, these are the functional. This is how a network, typical campus network works. So, what are the factors influencing? So, what are the factors are just preservation of knowledge, and in the beginning libraries were only just storing digital records. They were storehouses of digital records like clay tablets, papyrus rolls, and early manuscripts. Then in the 19th century, we could see that the introduction of catalogs, card catalogs enabled, and then they could bring indexing to the resources. 1970 and 70 to 80, then we could see that networking started. They started exploring the possibilities of connecting through networks. So history of global networks. The introduction of library cards started in 19th century, the exploration of library networks in 1970 to 80, then integrated library management in 90 to 80, which brought about all the sections, acquisitions, cataloging, circulation system, and they were all connected to the network. So everybody could have access to that. Before, what they had means they had only online public access catalog, which was connected only to the local networks. That means local area networks, only to that intranet group. Later on, when networks started emerging, we could have access to OPAC. OPAC is online public access catalog, web OPAC. That means through internet, anybody can access from anywhere. That is the advantage of this network. So in 1990, we saw the internet revolution. Through that, libraries could access all the resources of the library from anywhere in India, anywhere, anytime. And so the library networks such as OCLC, Online Computer Library Center, they are the greatest big network in the world. That's why their catalog is called as World Catalog. And that national consortia, it is one of the national consortia and international consortia, and it has brought about so much of information for resource sharing, interlibrary loan and other activities. So these networks have enabled libraries to pool resources, share expertise, and implement standardized practices. Standardized practices is machine readable cataloging standards. So share expertise means they will meet in seminars or in anything. They will share their expertise, and they will also use the standardized practices which are which are necessary for the networks, like Z39.50 protocol, client protocol, AACR2 and MARC 21. MARC 21 will enable interoperability of the resources. So this has brought about more efficiency, speed and effectiveness of library operations. So these challenges has been posed by though the challenges has been posed by digital divide, privacy concerns and need for digital literacy, library networks continue to evolve, and they embrace the new technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning. Because of the artificial intelligence and machine learning, many user services were improved. They could interact with the OPAC, they could ask questions and interact and get the answers. So these developments brought about more development in the network. So the network comes with an understanding that to share the resources, to share the expertise, to preserve the digital resources, everything, and then provide the access to the users in a very simplified manner. They don't have to search anything. Everything is tailor-made. They can just type one or two words of authors, then they get a list of authors. Then they type one or two words of the title, they get entire list of the. This is how knowledge creation and they involve in community engagement and lifelong learning. These things brought about together the library networking in India and abroad also. First it started with OCLC. The development of library work has been transmitting from manual to current digital libraries. The evolution has been marked by significant technologies, advancement, initiatives, and mainly collaborative efforts that have collectively enhanced the efficiency, accessibility, and scope of library services. So importance of library networks. Mainly it is important for resource sharing. Resource sharing means whatever resources they have, they will exchange with other libraries, and their resources we will be taking it. So it is exchange of resources. Networks like InflibNet, that India popular InflibNet and Delnet are very important networks. They provide access to a vast array of resources, including books, journals, theses and digital content supporting academic and research activity. Then it provides enhanced access. That means not only the people who are within the local area or something, but it provides access to the users in a remote area. So no one in the remote area will be deprived of any information. Everybody will have access to information, particularly people in remote areas, because they need. Then it doesn't it doesn't restrict its resource to the local or place or time, anything. Anybody can have from remote access anywhere, anytime. Innovation of library professionals network. So what happens, the library professions, they need to share their knowledge, expertise. If any other library has developed in technologically, they will learn from them and they'll start improving their services. So this is helping, this is a very network is a management stage which helps to share the expertise, knowledge and their resources, and also technological advancement, what technology is providing latest advancement, those things from other libraries they learn and they implement in their own libraries. Efficiency and standardizing, the main source of exchange is first standardization. Unless there is a standard, we cannot exchange the resources. There should be a standard that enables interoperability and resource management through networks. Streamlines library operations and improves data consistency and interoperability. So in the 21st century, open source movement also started. That brought about lots of resources on the online resources and digital resources. So they were ready to share these resources in a platform. So this network encouraged them to share the resources in a platform with cooperative facilities and standards. Then they also faced many challenges like cyber security, digital preservation and many other things, but they could take the help of artificial intelligence, machine learning into library services, and now the library services, because of those services, they have become a very important center for knowledge creation, community engagement and digital literacy. They are instrumental in facilitating these important advancements. So now I told you about the standards, machine readable cataloging standards. Because of that standards and because of the networks, they could connect each other and share their resources, not only share the resources but also preserve the resources and also share their expertise and bring about the development, enjoy the development and provide users the best facility. The main important is we provide users with the best access to the maximum possible and optimal. The resources should be at the optimal level to provide them with the resources that their needs are satisfied. These networks enable to offer patterns a wide range of materials from not only from individual library, from different libraries, because individual library cannot satisfy their needs. So because of these technological developments and embracing all these new developments, they could come with developments and share their resources. So networks has contributed for knowledge sharing, pools resources and share expertise and also community engagement. They involve the community also, and community's needs are also satisfied, and lifelong learning takes place because of networks. Thank you so much.